Is Betsy here tonight? No. Okay, all right. And I'll know, I'll talk to her through the camera. Of course, that was Fly Me to the Moon. There's like, 4 songs that always get requested when you even start singing this music in the first place, and those are always going to be the songs that people ask you to sing, and that's one of them. And maybe we'll hit the others throughout the night. If we don't, I'm sure that I'll hear about it. But at the very beginning of all of it, for Frank Sinatra, who had such a very, very long and illustrious career, he made it big with the Tommy Dorsey Band. And these next 2 tunes were 2 of his first big hits with that group. They're beautiful songs. And I just think it's remarkable to think back on the fact that, there really hasn't been a career like his that had so many different chapters and so many different epic comebacks, and not just like sentimental comeback albums in his elder years that there were those, but even before there were those, he really did make it back to the top of the industry over and over again. But at the beginning of it was all of the music with Tommy Dorsey. Next tune, which is called Oh Look at Me Now. I'm not the guy who cared about love. I'm not the guy who cared about fortunes and such. Never knew much, but look at me now. And I never knew the technique of kissing. I never knew the thrill I could get from your touch. Never cared much, oh look at me now. I'm a new man, better than a Casanova at his best. With a new heart and a brand new start, I'm so proud I'm busting my vest. So I'm the guy who turned out a lover, yes, I'm that guy who laughed at the blue diamond rings. One of those things, look at me now. I'm not the guy who cared about love, no, I'm not the guy who cared about fortunes and such. Never cared much, oh look at me now. And I never knew the technique of kissing. I never knew the thrill I could get from your touch. Never cared much, oh look at me now. I'm a new man, better than a Casanova at his best. With a new heart and a brand new start, I'm so proud I'm busting my vest. Yes, I'm that guy who turned out a lover. Yes, I'm that guy who laughed at the blue diamond ring. One of those things, look at me now. Look at me now. Thank you very much. I'm very fortunate to be joined up here with some fantastic musicians. It is a true luxury. It always was, but especially these days. We are playing arrangements that were made famous by people like Nelson Riddle, but here this evening, Nate Sparks adapted them for this specific group of musicians. We've got all these guys up here, and it's less than half than we used to have up here. First of all, I think they are absolutely filling that void. They sound like a big band. Second, I'm just wondering how we used to do that. I don't know how 18 people used to fit up here, but we'll find out again someday, soon, hopefully. I want to thank these guys for playing this evening, and thank Nate for putting the charts together. Yes, absolutely. This next tune is another one of those early hits, and it's one of my favorites to sing anytime. I think it's very indicative of the life that Sinatra and many others lived, maybe not quite like him. But this feeling of going for it all time and time again, having such lows and high highs. It is called All or Nothing at All. All or nothing at all. Half of love never appealed to me. If your heart never could yield to me, then I'd rather have nothing at all, or nothing at all. If it's love, there is no in-between. Why begin then cry for something that might have been? No, I'd rather have nothing at all. So please don't bring your lips so close to my cheek, and don't smile or I'll be lost beyond recall. That look in your eye and the touch of your hand make me weak, and my heart may grow dizzy and fall. And if I fell under the spell of your call, there's a chance I'd be caught in the undertow. And so you see, I've got to say no, no, or nothing at all. Nate Sparks. So please don't bring your lips so close to my cheek, and don't you smile or I'll be lost beyond recall. You know that look in your eye and the touch of your hand makes me weak, and my heart may grow dizzy and fall. And if I fell under the spell of your call, there's a chance I'd be caught in the undertow. And so you see, I've got to say no, no, or nothing at all, or nothing at all. Thank you. That's Nate Sparks on the piano, Benjamin Poppin on the drums, and Steve Charlson on the bass. Yep. This next tune was written by Cole Porter. One of the great things about doing all this music is, of course it is, it's got Frank Sinatra's name on the poster and all that, but it's the thing that was great about his music. I mean, he's emblematic of a whole era of music, and some of the greatest composers who ever lived wrote popular music during that time. Great arrangers, and Cole Porter is definitely a great example of that. One of Sinatra's favorite songwriters, and one of mine, one of many people's favorites. This is called Night and Day. I also wanted to mention, this show is usually, we have to like blow through it. We do usually 2 in a night, and we just did 1 tonight because I want to just get through as much music as possible. So you guys are really in for it. I hope you're enjoying yourself so far, because otherwise it's just going to be awful for you. Whether you like this or not so far, you're going to get a lot of it. So it's good. Yeah. Again, yeah, it's good. There are many objectives that that you can achieve by just seeing Danny Fuller back there behind the bar. Yeah. Night and Day. Are you guys hearing what you need to do? Okay. Great. You're going to have to, it's like a superhero thing. In reverse. I like it. Gosh, I could almost recognize him, but I can't see his nose. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
1, 2, out. Night and day, you are the one. Only you, beneath the moon or under the sun. Whether near to me or far. That was a Charleston special. Where you are, I think of you. Day and night and day. Why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go? In the roaring traffic boom, or in the silence of my lonely room, I think of you. Day and night and day, under the hide of me, there's an oh such a hungry yearning burning inside of me. And its torment won't be through until you let me spend my life loving you day and night, night and day. Day, you are the one, it's only you, beneath the moon or under the sun. Whether near to me or far, it's no matter, darling, where you are, I think of you. Day, night and day. Why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go? In the roaring traffic boom, or in the silence of my lonely room, room, I think of you day and night, night and day. Under the height of me, there's an oh such a hungry yearning burning inside of me, and its torment won't ever be through until you let me spend my life making love to you day and night, night and Thank you. You remember what note I need to get from you? Yeah. Let's just go for it. It's just you and I at the top. You guys hear everything we say between songs now. There's a lot of things that are different about not having 130 people in the room. But that's probably... No, actually, there's a lot of things that are way worse than that. But right now, I'm very aware of that. Just remember, when we get to the break, you guys sock the shit out of that, okay? All right. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Be there. Be there. Could I have it again? Anyone want to give me my note? Stop. Don't worry about me. I'll get along. Just you forget about me. Be happy, my love. Let's say that our little show is over, and so the story ends. Why not call it a day the sensible way and still be friends? Look out for yourself should always be the rule. Give your heart and your love to whomever you love. Don't be a fool. Darling, why stop and cling to some fading thing that used to be? If you can forget, don't you worry about me. The part I was talking about. Darling, why stop and cling to some fading thing that used to be? If you can forget, don't you worry about me. Thank you. How about this band? That's Tom Rankin on trombone, Wayne Page, Jim Romaine, Antonio Garza, Dave Rezick, and of course the rhythm section, whose names I've already said. I can't say them twice. No, maybe later. Maybe later. Gotta warm up to it. It's another Cole Porter tune. Something I like about Cole Porter's songs is he was always finding, people think that music today is, you pick out songs as being particularly scandalous. And I think the big difference is, truly, people have been writing about the same things, the raunchiest of things, forever. But it just used to be, you had to maybe think about it a little bit to get what they were saying before. But Cole Porter's music is full of that. There's always drug references, at least. And are you guys okay? Okay. This song's called I Get a Kick Out of You. But not cocaine. That's actually the full title. I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you? Some get a kick from cocaine. I'm sure that if I took even one sniff, it would bore me terrifically too. Yet I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you're standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's clear to see you obviously do not adore me. I get no kick in a plane, flying too high with some gal in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. Yet I get a kick out of you. Jim Romaine. I get a kick every time I see you're standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's clear to see you obviously do not adore me. I get no kick in a plane, flying too high with some gal in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. Yet I get a kick, I get a kick, I get a kick out of you. Thank you. It is that awful, awful time of the year. January and February, they're terrible. And then you see someone, your friend that you know, who's taking a vacation. I feel like normally you hate that person in normal years, but now it's like, even though you were maybe considering a vacation like that yourself, as soon as someone else does it, you're like, how irresponsible. I would have hated you last February, but this, God damn it, it's too far. When really, you know, if you were serious with yourself for 5 seconds, you're just regretting not taking the trip. Or maybe that's just me. Anyway, I'm thinking of specific people, and if you're tuning in tonight from Aruba, yeah. This song is my willfully ignorant way of pretending it's not the first week of February in Des Moines, Iowa, with below zero temperatures. One of the great songs ever written about the warmer months. This is The Summer Wind. Summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there, touched your hair, and walked with me. All the summer long we sang a song and strode that golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind, like painted kites, all the days and nights they went flying by. The whole world was new beneath that blue umbrella sky. Then, softer than a piper man, one day it called to you. I lost you to the summer wind. Oh, the autumn wind and the winter wind, they have come and gone. But still the days, those lonely days, they go on and on and on. But guess who sighs his lullabies through nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer wind. That summer wind, the summer wind. Thank you. We've got a couple more in the first set here before we get to all the good music. And I was thinking that during the break, maybe we'll do a little special toast. Danny, what do you think about this? I think we should do a green tea special at the bar, and I will give a toast during the break. That means that I'll have one, Danny. But maybe we do that special. How much, Danny? $5? $5 It's the house shot, but it's really a bomb, and you know, it's wonderful. What? That has nothing to do with this, Maggie. I would explain this to you people online, but it wouldn't make any sense, because it made no sense. You're a sweetheart, Maggie. Anyway, let's do that. Talk to your server if that's interesting to you, and your server is Maggie, so. Good luck. Let's do a show of hands. No, that is all in jest. I love the staff here at Noce. I do. And they know it. Anyway, a couple more songs before we get to it, but believe me, basically it tastes like green tea, but it's not green tea. We also have green tea, so if you'd rather have that. And if you're online, you'll just take a break, mix yourself a drink, and then come back. Are you guys done? Yeah. That's it? You're preparing? Okay. This next tune actually features Nate Sparks, and you've probably heard me say all this stuff if you've been here before, but I feel extra fortunate to have Nate here. He's just a phenomenal pianist. He's also a great trumpet player and composer and arranger. And in the before times, I was fortunate enough to go out and sing with his band out in New York every so often. And he made a go of it out there before all this stuff. And basically when the pandemic started, New York there hasn't been a lot of music going on. So Des Moines became like, the jazz capital of the world by default. The only continuously running club. It's kind of a joke. I'm trying to think of some other statistic that's like that, but whatever, I'll take it. And so Nate's been here. We've made a lot of music together. It's been wonderful. I'm going to feature him on this next tune, a beautiful ballad that Frank Sinatra loved. It's called The Shadow of Your Smile. The shadow of your smile when you are gone will color all my dreams and light the dawn. Look into my eyes, my love, and see all the lovely things you are to me. Our wistful little star was far too high. A teardrop kissed your lips, and so did I. Now when I remember spring and all the joy that love can bring, I will be remembering the shadow of your smile. Our wistful little star was far too high. A teardrop kissed your lips, and so did I. And now when I remember spring and everything that love can bring, I will be remembering the shadow of your smile. Hey, thank you very much. That's Nate Sparks on the piano. Hello. How was the break? Oh, good. Good answer. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Ready? One, two. Let's take it nice and easy. It's gonna be so easy for us to fall in love. Relax and don't you worry, and don't you worry, we're gonna fall in love. We're on the road to romance, that's safe to say, but let's make all the stops along the way. The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses. To rush would be a crime, 'cause nice and easy does it every time. We're on the road to romance, that's safe to say, but let's make all the stops along the way. The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses. To rush would be a crime, 'cause nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it every time. Yes, one more time. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it every time. Thank you very much. Please give it up once more for this wonderful band. You know, this really has been a hell of a ride over the last year for basically everyone in different ways. And something that I continue to think about on a daily basis is just all of the cultural landmarks, these treasures, crown jewels in our country's musical heritage that I hope make it through to the end of this. And so many of these places, across mediums, across genres, across everything, exist in New York City. And I am just hoping with this light at the end of the tunnel that we see it through and get back to so many of my favorite rooms I think about as I sing this song. I'm going to do one more for you here, and then we'll be back with all the good stuff. One, two, one. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray and step around the heart of it. In old New York, I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps, to find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. Come on, come through New York, New York. Up in that city that never sleeps, to find I'm king of the hill, a number one, cream of the crop at the top of the heap. My little town of blues, they're melting away. in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out tonight, and I hope you stick around for the second set. We'll see you in just a little bit. I'm going to come out to the bar and do that toast, okay? This is really wonderful because normally this would be the start of the late show, which is always my favorite show. But it's still you guys. It's all of us here, but we're better. I didn't say it this way in the first set, but here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of us for 18. And you guys are like 35 where we would have 140. And it's not like I'm asking you for more. But I want it. I do. We all have to compensate. Right, Nate? Yes. Okay, I'll go back to picking on Wayne. Thought maybe it'd be different. I'm coming back to you, man, after this. Here we go. Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you could use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come on, fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band and he'll toot his flute for you. Come on, fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once I get you up there where the air is so rarefied, we're gonna glide so starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear all of the angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. If you just say those words, then we'd beat those birds down to Acapulco Bay. Well, it's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come on, fly with me, let's fly, let's fly. Dave Rezick. Once I get you up there where the air is so rarefied, we're gonna glide so starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear of the angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. If you just say those words, then we'd beat those birds down to Acapulco Bay. Well, it's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come on, fly with me, let's fly, let's fly. Pack up, let's fly away. Thank you very much. Thanks for sticking around. I'm glad that the whole band stuck around and the whole staff is still here and most of the audience is still here. Yeah, that was a good start. That was a very good start, so congratulations. Danny, I've heard, is planning on continuing the Green Tea Shot special for a little while yet. We've got some more materials to get through, and we had to cancel tomorrow night's show, which is awful. That's only happened 2 times in 5+ years. The weather that is sweeping through the Midwest is crazy in the next day, and we had a situation. This is really, it's a beautiful thing, rooms like Noce that are either staying open across the region or some newer places like Noce or Winters in Chicago or Crooners in Minneapolis or The Jewel in Omaha. They are new places that are operating as regional hubs for this kind of music. And certain people, like Mitch Town, who is going to be here tomorrow, will put together these super groups that meet at clubs. And all 3 people who were playing tomorrow night were in different cities, St. Louis, Kansas City, and Omaha. And it would have been wonderful. It will when they come back, but, you know, the weather The odds of all three of them getting here tomorrow night was it was slim. Anyway, we're trying to get through everything we need to get through tonight. So, again, it's just more pressure on you guys. You're here, not only are you compensating for 135, 140 people, it's like 2 nights of it, okay? So, buckle up. This is another Cole Porter tune, maybe the best, but it's another drug and love metaphor. I've got you under my skin. He's talking about the needle, Jim. He was. Beautiful song, though. I've got you under my skin. I've got you so deep in the heart of me. You're so deep in my heart that really you're just a part of me. Yes, I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. You know I said to myself, this affair never can go so well. But why should I try to resist when, darling, we both know so well that I've got you way under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice. It comes in the night and repeats how it yells in my ear. Don't you know, you fool, you never can win. Just use your mentality. Step up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin, because I've got you. You're under my skin. How about Tom Rankin on the trombone? I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice. It comes in the night and repeats how it yells in my ear. Don't you know, you fool, you never can win. Why not choose your mentality? Wake up, step up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin, because I've got you under my skin, and I love you away under my skin. Thank you. I love that song. Frank Sinatra is a tricky kind of figure to judge as an artist because he was so popular and successful. And I think in many ways, it wasn't until long after he passed away, which, by the way, he passed away. I'm sorry if I'm the first one to tell you. Okay, I'm going to do a side note on a side note just to tell you, because I couldn't find a way to work it into our 5-year celebration little post that I did. One of the greatest, most terrible things to happen here was weeks after Noce opened. It's when we first opened this show. It was right after what would have been Frank Sinatra's 100th birthday. And that's where it starts, because it was very heavily advertised that it was in celebration of what would have been Frank Sinatra's 100th birthday. So even if he was here, he would have been 100, and you would have had to have known that when you bought your ticket. You would have had to have known a lot of things, like maybe you'd have to pay more than $25 to see a 100-year-old Frank Sinatra in Des Moines, Iowa at Noce, but I digress. The week after the show, I got a legitimately angry phone call on our first awful Yelp review, of which there have been, I don't know, like 6 or 7, which is nice. That's a big old little humble bragging. That's really tempting fate, because you might just go home and tear me up. Promise if you do, you'll get a response. But this woman demanded her money back because Frank Sinatra never showed up. And at first I thought it had to be a prank call. I didn't respond to her for a little while. And then eventually I called her and said, in all seriousness, I'm sorry for your loss. But he's been dead for a long time. And you would have had to pay a lot more money. And I've never seen her again. It's been 5 years, and I wonder what other illusions she's living under. Yeah, no, she goes to Woolies every other week to hear Elvis. $12, it's great. Anyway, what the hell was I saying? He's hard to judge as an artist because he was larger than life. He's one of those people that is actually like that. An icon. That word gets thrown around, but he was like that. In truth, he was a wonderful singer and a very talented artist, and perhaps the greatest gift that he gave to his art form was the modern album as we know it today. When he first started doing what are now referred to as the concept albums, it was the first time on a large scale that songs were thrown together on a record that were meant to be listened to as an entire piece of work together. Songs that were put together by an arranger with an idea in mind, almost like a popular version of a classical song cycle. And when you go back and listen to these albums, it really reads down like that. It holds up. They are just gorgeous. And this next song is a title track off of one of those concept albums, perhaps the best. This is In the Wee Small Hours of the Morning, featuring Steve Charleston on the bass. In the wee small hours of the morning, while the whole wide world is fast asleep, you lie awake thinking of a girl and never even think of counting sheep. While your lonely heart has learned its lesson, she'd be yours if only she would call in the wee small hours of the morning. That's the time you miss her most of all. While your lonely heart has learned its lesson, she'd be yours if only she would call in the wee small hours of the morning. That's the time you miss her most of all. That's Steve Charleston on the bass. Thank you. Beautiful song. Luck be lady. We are going to end up about here. But here, straight through the intro. Oh, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. At times you have a very unladylike way of running out. You're on this date with me, the pickings have been lush, and yet before this evening is over, you might give me the brush. You might forget your manners, you might refuse to stay, and so the best that I can do is pray. Luck be a lady tonight, luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck, let a gentleman see just how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you've treated other guys you've been with, but luck be a lady with me. A lady doesn't leave her escort. It isn't fair, and it's not nice. A lady doesn't wander all over the room and then blow on some other guy's dice. Let's keep this party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the guy that you came in with. Luck be a lady tonight. let a gentleman see just how nice a dame you can be. I know the way you've treated other guys you've been with, but luck be a lady with me. A lady doesn't leave her escort. It isn't fair, and it's not nice. A lady doesn't wander over the room and then blow on some other guys. Let's keep this party polite and never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the guy that you came in with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady tonight. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. That's a song about gambling. Yeah. It's coming. It's only about, what is it, like 10 o'clock? I don't know. Jeez. I'll get you at 2:45, okay? I mentioned earlier what I mentioned earlier. Yeah, I know. Too much, really. Oh, yeah. You remembered the important things. I didn't. I precisely didn't. Wow. Jeez. How dare you? Anyway, yeah. I mentioned earlier that Frank Sinatra had a very epic career. It was very long. There were so many different chapters in it, and it's unparalleled in all of the different eras that he was like a kingpin in. He was the old man in the room for the last several of them, but he was still running the show. And at one particular point, of course, before the comebacks come some really awful times. And there's this era that I'm very fascinated with when he really thought he was done. He was deathly afraid of it. He was I don't know, in his upper 40s. Don't quote me on that. He's around there, 40s or low 50s. I don't think he turned 50. And it was just before he got the big movie role. Is it From Here to Eternity that he was eventually cast in and won an Oscar? But prior to that, no one was listening to him. He had lost his voice for like a year. He couldn't sing. And he was just about to be dropped for the last time by Ava Gardner, who, according to many accounts, most notably his, was like the great love of his life for real. But that might be related to the fact that she would never quite have him. She dropped him several times. She was about to for the last time. And in the midst of this, he wrote a song, and it's one of the few that he ever wrote. It's a beautiful song. And it's called I'm a Fool to Want You. And I love to sing it. Unfortunately, I used to end shows with it, and I was irresponsible because it's a very dark tune. I was advised to no longer do that. Everyone's happy as hell bringing you on for an encore, and I'm like, let me send you into a deep, dark depression. Made me feel very good. This is my therapy, by the way. I just come here and give all the darkest, saddest things to you, and I walk away feeling really good. So thank you. This song is one of my very favorites, and it's one of the few ever written by Frank Sinatra. And it's called I'm a Fool to Want You. Just an intro, and then we're out of time, and I said it. Coming in with the pickups. You guys got that? Okay. I'm a fool to want you. I'm a fool to want you. To want a love that can't be true. A love that's there for others too. I'm a fool to hold you. Such a fool to hold you. To seek a kiss, not mine alone, to share a kiss that the devil has known. And time and time again, I said I'd leave you. Time and time again, I went away. But then would come the time when I would miss you. And once again, these words I'd have to say. Take me back, I need you. Pity me, I love you. And I know that it's wrong, yes, it must be wrong. But right or wrong, I can't get on without you. Without you. then would come the time when I would miss you. And once again these words I'd have to say. Take me back. I need you. Pity me. I love you, and I know that it's wrong. It must be wrong. But right or wrong, I can't get along without you. Thank you. That's Nate Sparks on the piano, Benjamin Poppin on the drums, and Steve Charlson on the bass. Don't worry, it's all gonna be okay. But you can see how that wouldn't be like, okay, thank you, have a good night, everyone. I'm such an idiot. I used to just do hours full of really sad, depressing stuff until I realized I was abusing my audiences. I didn't even realize it. A really nice old lady had to tell me. It's like at a farmer's market or something. She came up and was like, that was really wonderful. But are you okay? I was like, yeah, no, I feel great. And she was like, that was all really sad. Like 3 hours. Yeah. So it's gotten better since then. Thank you to that nice old lady. This is called Love Is Here to Stay. Very positive, nice, hopeful message. One, two, It's very clear our love is here to stay. Not for a year, but forever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know, they're all just passing fancies, and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay. But our love is here to stay. And the telephone and the movies that we know, they're all just passing fancies, and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay. But our love Tuesday. A Tuesday. Thank you very much. Please give it up for this wonderful band once more. Tom Rankin, Wayne Page, Jim Romaine, Antonio Garza, Dave Resig, Steve Charlson, Benjamin Poppin, and Nate Sparks. C? All right. Yeah, just that. Frank Sinatra, there's not a whole lot that, he looms large over anyone who ever tries to do anything remotely close to this music and happens to be a man. That's one of the names you're just gonna get compared to. It was very humbling to hear Kurt Elling a couple of years ago, who's won countless Grammys. He finally did a Sinatra show in that same year, the 100th, the centennial. And he said at his concert here in Des Moines, he said, when I first really made it and had my first big record out in the jazz community, it was #2 to Frank Sinatra. And just this past year, I released another one, done dozens, and it was #2 to Frank Sinatra. It's just one of those things. But one of the there are two things I directly have in common with Frank Sinatra. And one is that I am 5'9½", and the second is that we both grew up in bars. His mother did a bunch of different things. She had all kinds of jobs. She worked always as a midwife, was involved in politics quite frequently, head of the Democratic Party in Hoboken, New Jersey. And she also ran saloons. And that was the real moneymaker. And Frank's first experiences singing for people as a child were for Last Call at the end of the night as a very young child. I have a 3-year-old, and he'll probably be doing it here in a couple of years or months. He's really eager. But this was like 3 a.m., 5, 6, 7-year-old Frank Sinatra up on the bar singing a song. So he was very close with his mother, and throughout his life had a soft spot for songs that he would call saloon songs that made him think of that whole deal. And this next song he performed more than any other song. He said it was the greatest of the saloon songs. It's a beautiful song about maybe the value of a good bar. It's called One for My Baby. It's 2:45. There's no one in the place except you and me. So set 'em up, Joe. I've got a little story you ought to know. We're drinking, my friend, to the end of a brief episode. Make it one for my baby, one more for the road. I've got the routine, just put another nickel in the machine. But you know, I'm feeling so bad. I wish you'd make the music just dreamy and sad. I could tell you a lot, but you've got to be true to your code, just to make it one for my baby, and one more for the road. You'd never know it, but buddy, I'm a kind of poet, and I've got a lot of things that I would like to say. So when I'm gloomy, simply listen to me until it's all talked away. That's how it goes. And I know you're getting anxious to close. So anyway, thanks for the cheer. I hope you didn't mind my bit in your ear, because this torture that I found, it's gotta be drowned or it soon could explode. Just to make it one for my baby, one more for the road. Go on, make it one for my baby, one more for the road. That long, it's so long, that long road. Thank you. Nate Sparks on the piano. Got a couple more for you here. We have music here at Noce every week, and it's a strange thing when we started doing this show. By the end of our first couple of years, it's a crazy number of people who come here for the first time. They either come here to see this show or a Christmas show. And that's great. I always know that there's people here for the first time when we do this stuff. But I promise you, we try to make sure there's wonderful music here all the time, and I hope you'll test out the venue another night. But first, enjoy these next couple tunes. This is one that's been very much on my mind lately. Hope you enjoy it. One, two, three. That's life. That's what all the people say. Riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. I said that's life. And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on your dreams. But I don't let it get me down, 'cause this fine old world keeps spinning round. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a king, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out, and I know one thing. Each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life. I can't deny it. Many times I thought of quitting, but my heart just won't buy it. But if I didn't think it was worth one single try, I'd jump right on a big bird and then I'd fly. I've been a puppet this here July. I'm gonna roll myself up in a big ball and die. Thank you very much. Give it up for these musicians once more. The wonderful staff here at Noce. Brian Dodson up there running sound and doing the live stream. Thank you so much. Thank you to you for coming out tonight. I hope you enjoyed this song. A lot of people love this song, and I hope you're some of them.
Are you one of them?
This is a bit of acting for me. Third thing I had in common with Frank Sinatra. We don't like this song. But a lot of people do, including my grandfather, may he rest in peace, got me into this music, and he always wanted me to sing it. So I sing it for him and sing it for you. Here we go. This is the last song here this evening. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do. I saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I've lived, I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Yes, it was my way. Thank you very much. Give it up for these musicians once again. Thank you so much for coming out. Tom Rankin, Wayne Page, Jim Romaine, Antonio Garza, Dave Resnick, Steve Charleston, Benjamin Poppin, and Nate Sparks. My name is Max Wellman. Thank you very much and have a good night. We'll see you here soon, okay? Have a good night. Thank you.